Shout out to the Mark in Athens, man. We've been shooting our live videos here all summer. Feel free to stop by. They have the best amenities in Athens, luxury apartments, everything. For more information, head to the website at www.themarkathens.com. Hey guys, Makai Muse here, back with another episode of Untold Stories. Second episode here, we got Marcus Rosemy.
How y'all doing? Nice to be here.
So Marcus,
What's up?
so what were you ranked out of high school? That's my first question.
All right. Out of high school, I was really highly recruited in Florida. I was the number one receiver in Florida, and then but in the national composites, I think I was like 35, 34ish overall player in the nation. So I was a 4-star. I was a 5-star at one point. I'll tell you this little story. I was a 5-star at one point, but after the opening regionals, they had came my junior year. I had one. I went to the open in my sophomore year, won MVP, but I didn't get open. So the next year I got open, but I didn't win MVP. But afterwards, they wanted to do interviews, but I didn't want to do no interviews. I was ready to go home. So I basically blew them off on doing interviews. And the next day, I went on to check my rankings, and they dropped me to a 4-star. So
Seems like they got mad about that.
yeah, they had some animosity about that. I don't know what they got animosity about, but they had some animosity about that one. But yeah, high school was highly recruited, I'll say.
So with you basically being a 4 and 5-star, you know, they were hating on you. What was the deciding factor for you to come to Georgia?
Towards the end of my recruiting process, it was between Florida and Georgia. I really chose Georgia because I felt like Coach Smart, he was genuine with what he was saying. Like I felt like he was more of a genuine person than Dan Mullen, who was the head coach of Florida at the time. And I don't know, man. Georgia was just different every time. I came up here like a lot, unofficial visits, going to games and stuff like that. And I was always around the team. I was always around teammates like Kenny McIntosh and George Pickens and those guys like that. And we were just, I don't know, we already had a friendship, a connected friendship at that time. So when it all came down to it, I was just leaning towards, my heart was pulling towards Georgia. So, I just made the decision and I signed the papers and I made it official.
Yeah, with me coming out during COVID, I never had any OVs, any official visits. So how was the official visit?
I remember. Yeah, I ain't had no OVs.
No, none at all. So how was your official visit here?
To be honest, it was all right. I came that Kentucky game, 2019. Remember that game? It was raining all day. It was just a bad one. It was just a bad game. So I didn't really enjoy the game. I remember I didn't really enjoy the game, but afterwards I went out with the boys. They showed me around Athens, who were having a good time, partying and whatnot. Just showing me the college experience.
What would you say is your biggest strength as a receiver?
Me personally, I would say my biggest strength as a receiver is my hands, my catching ability, the ability to catch the ball, and my blocking ability. Like be able to be physical and play physical, and get blocks down the field.
Yeah, I would say you're definitely a high motor guy. B-Max always showing film of you always having a great energy and blocking down the field.
Yeah, I always feel like we gotta bring the juice, especially when days when you don't feel like practicing, because we all have those days, especially here at Georgia. Bloody Tuesday. You gotta go out there in the sun, hot, curving on the microphones. It's like, man, you just don't want to do it today. So you gotta find something within you just to bring some juice to everybody, just to bring some energy. Make the day even go a little smoothly than going bad.
With that being said, who would you say you model your game most after? Who's in the NFL, receiver-wise?
Dang, that's a great question because my favorite receiver all time is Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I used to love watching him growing up, him play for the Lions and making those catches over 2-3 people. But I used to model my game after that. But as I got older, I started watching more guys like Jerry Jeudy and Calvin Ridley, those guys like that, being quick on the line, being elusive, and being real shifty. So I've been trying to. I also have a combination of the two, Calvin Johnson and Jeudy or Calvin Ridley. So.
Yeah, I could definitely see Calvin Johnson, but you always high point balls over people. I could definitely see both. I feel like your route running, since your injury, has developed a lot.
I feel like it's gotten a little better too, especially since that injury in my freshman year. So, yeah, I've just been trying to work on the little things.
Yeah. Well, talking about that injury, we've all seen how gruesome it was. How was the process getting back on a field? getting back from that injury?
All right. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That process. So me breaking my ankle, they told me I was gonna be out. I believe close to a year. I came back in 8 months, and I came back right in time for summer workouts. So we started doing team. You feel me? We started doing team runs, all this running, and I haven't been running for 8 months. I haven't been doing anything. So, and I tell you, every single day of running, everything. Anytime we had a run, do any type of running, I would just run for a little bit, and I'll throw up. I'll throw it every day. Like that process of coming back was really a hard time, for me because I don't know. I just had a lot of thoughts of me not being the same player that I was before, and just not knowing if I would be able to get back to that same player that I was before. So I had a lot of doubts, but at the same time, it taught me a lot about perseverance and just to keep going and not laying down, just digging in and like seeing what my why is to keep going.
Yeah, to expand upon that, like I feel like a lot of people don't take account like the mental battle. Mm-hmm. Like when you get injured trying to fight back, like what would you say helped you most come back mentally?
To be honest, I really say my mom, my family. They're the ones. Like the days I feel bad, like I'm barely finishing the runs, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know if I'm be able to be the same. Like, I don't know if I'm be able to keep doing this. So when those days came, I'll go home, call my mom, talk to her. She'll just always give me like a little extra boost of faith to keep going. See the bigger picture.
Yeah, I know my injury, like I started picking up like new hobbies. Like I started fishing, and I probably shouldn't have fished with a torn labrum. That's probably something not to do. But did you pick up on any new hobbies since you had like additional free time being injured?
Like you said, I started fishing also. Cade brought, that was my first time going fishing with Cade brought during that time. That's probably really the only hobby I already picked up, other than I just play the game, hop on the game, play 2K or Call of Duty or one of those things, or I just be at the house, just chilling, watching TV. So there were no new hobbies. I wasn't really trying to expand to anything. I was just really trying to get my mind right and I really just want to get back on the field. That's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah, I feel like the mind part is like tougher than actually like doing the actual rehab. It's just the mental.
It's definitely tougher. Just having to make your mind up. All right, I got to get up in the morning. I got to go to the training room. All right, we got to do this work, exercise, that exercise. All right, now we got team run. We got 4 sets of 4 tempo runs. We got I gotta make these 4 sets. I gotta do it. Gotta keep pushing.
I want to ask you, at first when you came in, you had Coach Hankton as your receiver coach, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's Coach McClendon. What would you say makes him such a great receiver coach?
Coach
McClendon.
Yeah. His attention to detail, to put in extra work. We do the 7 a.m.s in the mornings. We weren't like when Coach Hankton was there. We wasn't doing nothing extra work to get us better or nothing like that. Like whenever we came in for practice, we was coming in for practice, but. B-Mac, I feel like he's doing that. He's taking an extra step to build us as receivers, teaching us like the small nuances that's gonna help us be a better receiver. The little details, the fine details. So like those waking up in the morning, 7 a.m., being there at 7 a.m. and just going through the releases and the footwork and just all the little small set that we overlook all the time. I feel like that's what he brings to the table. That's better for us as a whole, and it's gonna help us, just build and become better as men, like as football players and as men.
Yeah, like since Coach McClendon has been here, I feel like I've grown a lot as a player. Like at first, like I'm not gonna lie, I did not like Coach McClendon at first. Yeah, I feel like he was a little too much for me at first, but like I warmed up to him. I love him now.
He did come in with that.
The fire, different tempo.
Yeah, I was not expecting that from him either, because I was with Coach Hank, so we weren't really used to getting up early in the morning just to do receiver work. Like anytime we getting up, it's like either you got a 6:30 or it's like a team, like a team lift or something. We getting up, we got a team lift or something. So yeah, that's something different that I feel like that's a good change that we needed. A little bit of discipline, a little bit of structure.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic of coaches, what would you say the biggest difference now is with Coach Mike Bobo being the offensive coordinator?
Biggest difference, to be honest, I really don't feel like there's a lot has changed. The standard has still been the standard to run the plays right, and just to be organized, to be on top of our details and on top of our jobs to do what we got to do. And I feel like Coach Bobo's been doing a good job of upholding the standard for the offensive side of the ball, especially. So I just feel like this year Coach Bobo is just gonna be another year we're gonna be able to execute at a high level and hopefully just win games.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you said on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, with the amazing tight end room we have, and everyone knows Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Do you think if he wanted to, he could legit be a full-time receiver?
Who, Brock?
Yes.
Most definitely. He's already a full-time receiver, but he just got that extra umph in him so that he could get in the trenches and block those big D tackles and D ends. Like, you won't catch me down there in the trenches doing that. No, I'm good.
Yeah. Mod bracket's already enough for me.
You feel me?
Mod bracket and then cracking down on backers.
Yeah, you feel me?
On certain plays, I'm just like,
yeah.
Especially when guys have 40 to 50 pounds on me.
Put that mouthpiece in.
Yeah, I'm clenching my teeth real hard on those plays. Yeah. So now we're gonna bring in some fans, let them ask any questions they want, and let's see what Marcus has for us.
How hard is it to be going against Georgia's defense every day?
I ain't gonna lie, it's very hard. Everybody on that Georgia defense is very talented. Everybody's very fast. Everybody is strong. Everybody's physical. So going against them every day really makes you a better player because we're not gonna go against a lot of defense in the SEC or in the nation that's that fast and physical as our defense. So going against them every day is like iron sharpens iron. We get better and they're getting better at the same time.
All right, Marcus, thanks for being here. So I'm always curious about this. You come on to campus right out of high school, start practice. You're here 2020 was your freshman year?
Yes, sir.
Who was the guy right out of the gate, covered you, and you go, okay, I'm now playing with the big boys?
It was, so when I first got in here, it was Tyson Campbell still here, Eric Stokes, DJ Daniel. Those were the three main corners, and all three of those guys really gave me like a little reality check. Cause I did come in, feeling good about myself. I'm this highest rated receiver, this and that. But then you come to college, everybody was just highest rated player, and when it came from, everybody's good now. So I would say those three guys really gave me work every day, coming in, got me better as a player.
Plus, they're all a couple years older than you, so.
Yeah, they all, I think they were juniors at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all juniors at the time. Maybe DJ was a senior, I think. But yeah, they're all older than me. And not only that they gave me work, they also looked out for me. They looked out for me. They made sure I was good. They made sure that I knew where I was going. Like, make sure that I was on time for everything. Just whenever I needed something, I knew there was people I could look up to and ask for whatever I needed.
Well, Marcus, it was nice having you. Thank you for coming out. Shout out to the Mark, man. This is the second episode of Untold Stories. We'll be having live shows all summer, so be free to check us out. Any fans can come and ask questions. We're out.